G'day everybody and welcome back to our playthrough of Dinkum on episode 301. Hope you guys are doing really well. It is a very fine yet cold day here where I'm living, but yeah, it is Sunday, so spending a little bit of time relaxing, playing a little bit of Dinkum, recording, and hopefully editing and pumping this one out for you guys, well, in the next 4 or 5 days or so, is when you guys will see this. The previous episode, we didn't really do too much. It was our 300th episode, and we're just celebrating by having a bit of a relaxing day in-game. Did a bit of fishing, a bit of treasure hunting here and there, but not really too much happening. No big projects or anything like that. Alright, so today we're gonna get back into it, and I figured today perhaps maybe we might spend time with getting a brand new project up and running. And yeah, I know that I've spoken about having a lookout near town, and that is still going to happen, but I don't know if I really feel like doing another lookout project right now. Perhaps maybe we can do the lookout on another day, but today I'm going to be starting Project Blururu. Blururu. It's a bit difficult to pronounce, but basically it is my homage to Uluru, or some of you might know it as Ayers Rock. And Ayers Rock is basically dubbed the heart of Australia, right? So it's a rock formation which sticks out from sort of like almost the center of Australia, and yeah, it's a very sort of sacred place to the Aboriginal people of Australia, and yeah, it has obviously a lot of historic significance, and I feel like perhaps maybe we can recreate that and have our own version here in Wuyan, and have it called Blururu instead of just Uluru. I think that might make the place look a little bit nice, and we can essentially say that we've got a little bit of a, you know, a historic site here in Wuyan country. So that'll be the day. Obviously we're going to do all the normal things that we need to do today as well. One thing that I forgot to do in the previous episode, well actually not even one thing, there was a couple of things that I should have done in the previous episode, despite you know, taking a bit of an easier day, is I should have, I wonder if I can cook these fish actually. 1 second. Oh yes I can. Let's just do a little bit of a fish cook up this morning, just so that we can get rid of some of these fish. And yeah, oh, does he eat fish? No. Okay, he doesn't like fish. All right. Let's put that away. Get the next fish in there. But yeah, I should have planted another jacaranda tree because obviously spring's coming. And yeah, completely missed our opportunity to do that. Okay, freshwater fish and saltwater fish. Might as well just eat that. Didn't really give us too much there. That's fine. I'm just making sure that we've still got a little bit of space in the inventory to work with. Alright. Yeah, so we missed the jacaranda trees, but also we missed doing a couple of additional things in town, which was to actually have a chat with Rain about seeds, and also we forgot to have a chat with Erwin about the animal feed, which is probably running out very soon, so we should actually look into doing those two things today. We did manage to complete our task with was it Milburn or Melbourne? Yes, Milburn. The other day as well though, so that's good. Let's put that away, and Let's deal with feeding the animals now. Again, the doggos are going to be difficult to find, I feel. There you go. It's always Ein that seems to be missing in the mornings. I sort of found here the other, found him here the other day. There he is. Good boy. Alright, let's bring him a little bit closer to this side. I think we can leave him here, that's fine. Let's grab our quandongs and also our grub meats as well. Okay, I think the job is almost done. Just need to deal with the crab pots, and I think we should be able to get out of here and then start the day. Now, for those of you who checked out the community post of the map and, you know, contributed your ideas there, you may be familiar with the spot that I have chosen for setting up our Blururu recreation, which is going to be around here, near the river. I figure since there's a large area here, we could probably use this area to set up Blururu. I'm not entirely sure where exactly just yet, whether or not it's here or perhaps maybe over this side. But regardless, we are going to need a few things. Obviously, the soil printer is going to be very, very important, but also we're going to need our stone wand as well. Now, considering how big this thing is going to be, I think we're going to have to do it in stages. So we might need to recharge the printer, and also we probably need to repair the stone wand as well before we actually complete the entire project. In terms of how big we're going to make it, I actually don't know yet. I didn't really have much of a plan, as usual, about, you know, what it's, you know, going to specifically look like, but I think we'll sort of decide as we start doing it. We'll sort of make a decision as to how large it needs to be. Let's just quickly grab a few more wattle flowers. We were sort of running out of wattle flowers the other day, so I figure maybe we should grab a few more. Righto. So, let's just put a few things here away. I think we're looking pretty okay. Let's just put the keys away. So we're at 8 keys. Obviously, we still need a few more to go into the undergrove. I think I completely forgot to chuck these teas into the kegs the other day. Typical. That's fine. Do we have enough of our wattle flowers to make some teas now? I think we do. So this should make 4. Righto. Nice. I think we do need to go to John's to try and sell him all the stuff that's in the crate. Might be a good idea to do that. So let's quickly go see him. We could also probably get rid of the beehive. Nice bit of milk there. Yep, so let's just grab all of this and sell it all off. Okay. Got a little bit too many things in our in our pockets, but anyway. Ah, I see you've got a nice beehive there. Looks like it weighs around 1.05 kilos. How does 10,000 sound for it? Sure thing, no worries. And just gonna sell you a whole bunch of stuff as well. So let's just make sure that we can get everything here. So, I don't know about the stone wand. Should we keep this? Because it has a little bit of charge in there. That might help us sort of deal with the project a little bit more efficiently. I think that looks good. Let's sell it. Wow. Close to 1 million. That's pretty good actually. We're instantly rich again. Alright. So, yeah, we still have a few more things here, that's fine, we'll come back to that. Let's grab the other stone wand, and I think we're sort of ready to do the work. It's really just about doing it. We should see the people that we want to see, as I mentioned before we go. So let's start with rain. Yes, okay, carrot seeds. That's exactly what we need. The kale we sort of still have tons of, so I'm not going to worry about kale too much. Plus the season is sort of coming to an end sometime soon, but at the very least we can buy a whole bunch more of these carrot seeds. We'll see how we go with the kale in other days. I mean, considering the kale's not even for sale today, so... who was the other person that we needed to see? Ah, Erwin. Yep. Let's go get all of our animal feed. Alright, so let's just buy a whole ton. Okay, so that much should do us good for a while, hopefully. And yeah, we do need to go to the silos and actually fill it up, but I think we can do that a little bit later on tonight. I'm keen on actually getting Blururu started. I have trouble pronouncing it myself. Alright, let's go. Well, we will occasionally get distracted with picking up stuff like poos and flowers. That's fine. And I did put my quandongs away, didn't I? So I might as well pick up a few more. And yeah, we should be able to chuck those quandongs to the moose when they need it tomorrow morning. I forget about these signs over here. I actually haven't really changed those signs at all, so I should actually do that, but I guess the season's sort of finishing up sometime soon as well. Always a little bit late on the signs. Anyway, let's try and put up some directions to get there and get rid of that. So yeah, this is where we need to go. Hopefully in the process we might be able to find a few more keys. Hopefully there's a little bit of space there that we can maybe do some metal detecting or something. Okay, so now it's a matter of making a decision of where we actually set up Blururu. Now, I'm just sort of thinking that if we set up a historic site here, I'm probably going to need to make a road that actually swings by, you know, for quote-unquote tourists. But I'm thinking perhaps maybe just right in the center here. Maybe even we can use like this natural section here to try and, you know, recreate the thing. Now, I don't actually have a picture of the thing up in front of me either, but I figure we could probably start with just putting all the soil down, and then we can sort of sculpt what shape we want later, rather than, you know, worrying about getting the shape right immediately. Yeah, just making sure that we're not really destroying any, like, doggo habitats or anything like that either. So, obviously that's quite important. Alright, let's begin. So, let's just print stuff out. I definitely don't want the site to be too small. It needs to be, you know, relatively large, but not too large. So let me see here. Maybe we can go a little bit bigger. Okay, how do we feel about the size now? I still think we need to go a little bit bigger. Now, it's projects like these where I think it would be nice to have a dirt printer that doesn't break. But then again, I'm sort of thinking that in terms of speeding up the project, it probably won't really matter because we'd still have to recharge the dirt printer anyway, despite it not breaking. We're getting very close here. I think that's enough. I'm gonna put that away. Come to think of it, we probably don't need the stone wand right now until we start sculpting, so potentially we might need to come back to the stone wands. It's only 4 o'clock, so I figure perhaps maybe going back home is in order. We can drop off the printer for a charge, and then from there we can continue using our infinite soil method. Okay, Ted's out and about somewhere, but I'm not really going to worry about Ted, because we kind of have everything that we want from Ted, right? I mean, the only thing that I haven't really given a go is I haven't actually tried the bow and the arrows. But I'm not sure if I really want to try that out. I mean, maybe for science we can give it a go. Okay, just quickly fly over here. Okay, drop off our precious dirt printer. There we go. We want to drop the chainsaw as well. I mean, we could. It just means that we're not going to be able to cut things down if we do need to cut things down. I suppose that's okay. Ah, yes, okay, and I have not remembered to buy another jacaranda tree. Of course. Oh, well, look at that. So, looks like Sheila's having a nice relaxing time with the crocs. Man, these people are weird. But yeah, I guess it's just the game spawning people in the wrong places. I wonder if there's a way that James can program things to, you know, prevent all the townies from spawning in the water. I suppose one thing that I could do as a Dinkum player is to actually move the house away from the water, but I kind of like having the rivers nearby. You know, like having a river near the near a town sort of just gives it a little bit more character. That's at least how I feel anyway. How are we going for the size of this thing? I think that's actually looking pretty good. And imagine if we could like get a picture over here with the sunset behind it. That would be so cool. Alright, anyway. A lot of work to be done. Let's start digging a hole here and actually placing down all the required soil. And yeah, I'm going from the center here just because I figure this will probably be the easiest, or the, you know, the most central location for every single corner that we need to work on. Alright. So I reckon maybe what we'll do is we'll also just work on the project in layers, so we can sort of decide as it grows bigger whether or not the size is big enough, and if it's not, then obviously we can, you know, continue making it, I guess, larger or expanding it. I'm sort of just thinking, guys, whether or not perhaps maybe we could use this this project as a bit of an opportunity to experiment on how high you can go with printing out soil. So I've never really tested that before. I suppose there's probably some kind of a limit. But imagine if you could like just print yourself out towards space. All right, back-breaking work today. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure when we should stop. It is 7 o'clock. Perhaps maybe we'll give it a rest at like 8:30 or something like that, because I am also then keen on trying to do other more productive things, such as trying to find a few more keys here and there. And I reckon what I'll do is I'll actually start metal detecting near the river over that side. So hopefully we get a little bit lucky today and find a few more keys. Speaking of, I haven't actually smelted the last batch of zirconium. That's definitely something that we should look at doing. Although, it's not really urgent because we don't even have enough for 10 zirconium bars yet. And yeah, one thing that I'm sort of thinking about is obviously the dirt printer is going to be #1 in terms of what we get first. But I think after that, I'm more inclined to try and get like another furnace, which I believe only needs like 10 zirconium ores, right? So you don't exactly have to smelt those down to bars. And I think having like another blast furnace will actually be really, really good for us. So that's the plan anyway, with how I'm gonna spend the zirconium in the future. But yeah, hope you enjoyed episode 300, guys, which was the previous episode. I know we spent a little bit of time relaxing, but there was sort of a big announcement about what we're going to do with the series moving forward. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to you know, your response. I know, as I said, some people may be upset. Some people may understand, but most importantly, I'm looking forward to any suggestions you guys might have about what sort of games we should play moving forward, and you know, the future of the channel, and what kind of series we should get into. And yeah, hopefully by now, I mean, this is future me talking here, but hopefully past me has now had... whoa, okay. How do I get out of this? This has never happened before. Ah, there we go. Okay, good. We survived. Bit of a death trap there. But yeah, hopefully, you know, I would have already put the poll up, and perhaps maybe a few of my own suggestions in that poll for you guys to vote on. But also, hopefully, by this episode, when it comes out, some of those suggestions would have started trickling in, and yeah, and start being a little bit more informed about what you guys want to see. Oh yes, we are very much past 8:30 already. I think it's time to call this project quits, and yeah, perhaps maybe we can go back and grab the printer a little bit later, but for now, I want to actually get into our metal detecting and see if we can find some more keys before the end of the day. You know, come to think of it, I didn't actually think about how we're going to destroy the barrels when we find them. I think we can do that with the jackhammer, right? Nice. That's exactly what we want. Ooh, lucky. How many have we found? 2 so far. Okay, that's not bad. I reckon I'd be happy with maybe finding another 2, if we can. Okay, we have full pockets. We could probably get rid of a few things. Again, termite nests. Have no idea, guys, what termite nests might be needed for. I've not really found a use for them at all. Okay, interesting find. We'll bring this back home. I think we may have had like some amber chunks that we... Did we bring all of the amber chunks home the other time? I can't remember. I guess maybe we may have, because I have a feeling this was where we were dredging that time when we found a couple of them. What's that? Button board. Okay. I don't think button boards are really that important, so we can leave that behind. That's fine. Okay. Oh, quite a few here. Okay, 3 in a row. Let there be at least one key in one of these. Okay, I guess we're not really that lucky, are we? There we go. Okay, well, it's late. We found 3 keys. That's not a bad start, I suppose. Let's go back home. I do want to put stuff away, but also I reckon we should actually grab the soil printer. We'll maybe try and use one more charge of the soil printer over at Blururu and see if we can get as much of it sort of printed out as possible for the day, and yeah, from there we'll probably maybe come back to the project in a few more days. That way it'll give me a little bit of a chance to sort of have a think about whether or not it's big enough and whether or not there's anything else we need to consider, but I think it's coming along. Hopefully it'll look nice once it's done. We also need to think about the infrastructure, obviously, that leads towards the historic site. Alright. Back at home. Let's get things stored up. One thing that I just had a thought about, since we did a whole bunch of fishing the other day, someone suggested perhaps maybe we need to pirate things up one of these days, since we've got the sail ship. And I must agree, we haven't really done a big sail, and you know, dressing up as a pirate might be kind of appropriate when we do that. Yeah, one of these days I think I will actually do that for one episode. Again, I've said this before in the previous episode, but I still think that fishing is probably not the most rewarding activity. That's why I haven't really done it just yet, but you know, if we're looking to sort of mix things up and have different activities happen on different episodes, then perhaps maybe that's something that we should do just to break things up a little bit. Let's place down our amber right here. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you guys are probably a little bit tired of seeing me sort of build infrastructure all around Wuyan. I don't know, for some reason, laying down roads and pathways between places of interest is kind of like, I don't know, a hobby of mine maybe? It's just nice when the map starts updating and, you know, things starting to come together, you know? Like, this started off with nothing, right? And now we've got so many things, so many places to visit, so many campsites. I really do think that it's coming along quite nicely. Alright, so before we go, perhaps maybe I just want to place down a few more of these tufts of spinifex around here. Actually, we do need to bury them, don't we? No, that's the wrong thing. Let's do that. Alright, good stuff. Let's continue to eat our saltwater fish. It's probably like one of the rarest things that we ever eat. I don't really eat saltwater fish very often. Or, you know what, I take that back. We don't eat pavlovas very much, on account of me not liking real life pavlovas. Let's continue back to Blururu and do what we need to do for the night. And I think in this episode we might spend the night at the spare house in the center of Wuyan, and from there we can also sort of look at placing down our bird bath, which has been with us for a very long time. I keep forgetting to place it down, so this will be a good opportunity to do that. Ah yes, and I do need to work on perhaps maybe replacing some of the bridges with actually like large bridges, you know, bridges that are large enough for us to actually ride a bike on. So I do need to look at doing that. So again, that's another infrastructure kind of project, isn't it? So me and my infrastructure, I love it. Alright, do we want to plug these holes right now? Maybe not. Maybe we should leave the holes there. Let me just stand back for a second and see how big this thing's going to need to be. Okay, coming along. We're gonna have to charge the printer again tomorrow. That's fine. It's not like we're gonna continue with this project immediately tomorrow. One thing that I should do though off camera is I should actually take another look at a picture of real life Blururu, just to see what sort of side profile it has, because I want to try and recreate it as best as we can. And I think that might help if I actually know what it looks like. I've got a rough idea in my head, but I think perhaps maybe taking a look at the real thing might be in order. Help us establish a little bit more accuracy. I mean, it's not like I'm going for photorealism here, right? I mean, it's Dinkum we're talking about. Alright, what a day. I think we've done enough back-breaking work for the day. I think it's time to call it a night, guys. And plus, as I said, we probably do have one or two things to do at the spare house, so let's make our way. And yeah, the spare house is nearby as well, so you know, if we ever decide that we want to visit Blururu, we can pretty much stay here for the night. Alright. There's plenty of things for us to do here. Looks like quarry's needing a little bit of a clear up as well. Yeah, plenty of space. Very good. Alright, well, I think this is the end of the episode, guys. Obviously we started the brand new project. I think it's gonna be good once it's done. And yeah, I'm happy that we're sort of starting something a little bit different, because as usual, I'm keen on mixing things up. I'll try not to do or work on this project, you know, consecutively too much, but I am obviously interested in completing it as soon as we can, and per the previous episode we've got, you know, about 64 episodes left, so all these projects that I'm sort of thinking about, I do need to sort of try and wrap them up pretty quickly if we're ever going to actually get there. So alright guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. Leave a like, a dislike, or a comment or two down below. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one.